Turbo Granny is a devious and mischievous yokai. She originally was known as the 100 kilometers per hour granny that went around terrorizing the people of Japan. While wandering about, the Turbo Granny comforted the spirits of deceased girls who died horrible deaths. It eventually fused with an earthbound spirit within a tunnel in Shono City and would curse those who would dare to enter her territory by stealing their reproductive organs. After a bet leads Okarun to confront the notorious Turbo Granny in a haunted tunnel, he finds himself possessed by the mischievous yokai. Turbo Granny, using Okarun's body, wreaks havoc on Serpo's aliens before Momo Ayase's psychic powers expel her. However, Turbo Granny retains control over Okarun through a sinister curse. The duo is forced to return to the tunnel where Momo challenges the yokai to a game of tag, only to be outsmarted. In a chaotic series of events, Turbo Granny's relentless pursuit escalates as she merges with an earthbound crab spirit and unleashes a horde of possessed citizens to block their escape. Momo and Okarun eventually lure the Turbo Granny to a barrier trap in Kamigoe City, defeating her through clever tactics and teamwork. Yet the cunning yokai secretly transfers back into Okarun's body, vowing revenge and setting the stage for further conflict. Momo's grandmother later drives Turbo Granny out of Okarun and into a cat doll. However, her powers remained within Okarun, which allowed him to manifest it as a yokai form with super speed. For now, Turbo Granny remains in her cat doll form. Fairy Tale Card is a mysterious and eerie yokai who embodies the essence of urban legends. The spectral figure wields the power of illusion, using enchanted cards to weave terrifying fairy tales that trap victims within nightmarish fantasies. Each card tells a dark story, pulling its target into an alternate reality where they must survive the twisted narrative. After Unji destroys the final seal, the fairy tale card is freed, having been deceived into thinking his liberation would bring him back to the real world. Grateful to the players, he notices Turbo Granny and questions her loyalty to humans. When Momo asks about escaping Danmanra, the fairy tale card refuses, explaining that the world he created brings joy to humans, especially delinquents who prefer it over rejection in the real world. However, a follower of Unji falls under Turbo Granny's influence, leading to chaos as the fairy tale card seizes control of Unji. Using Umbrella Boy's powers, he causes destruction, but Momo's intervention and Okarun's strategy around Unji led to the fairy tale card's temporary defeat. After merging with Unji's body and attempting to escape, the fairy tale card is confronted by Renjaku students and Unji's followers, including Rin, who uses gravity manipulation to free trapped victims. The fairy tale card tries to control Rin but is stopped by Mai and Count Saint Germain. During battle, Count Saint Germain reveals the fairy tale card's weakness. Its cards can only be destroyed in pairs. With the help of Okarun, Rokuro, Unji, and Count Saint Germain, the fairy tale card is defeated. However, when Count Saint Germain stabs him to seize his power, the fairy tale card demands its return, and Count Saint Germain reveals his ambition to possess all supernatural entities. Acrobatic Silky is a ghostly maid who glides across surfaces with supernatural grace. She previously was a woman who struggled with debt, working multiple jobs while caring for her daughter. After beaten by creditors and losing her child, she tragically jumped to her death. Her spirit, confused and forgetful, later mistook a girl named Ira for her daughter and became obsessed with protecting her, transforming into a yokai. Acrobatic Silky, desperate to be called mother, abducts Ira Shiratori and swallows both her and Momo Ayase during a chaotic confrontation. Despite pleas to release the children, she resists until Momo sets her hair ablaze, forcing her to vomit them out. After being outmaneuvered by Momo and Okarun, she's defeated when Okarun, using Turbo Granny's power, charges her into a building. When Ira dies due to being swallowed, Acrobatic Silky offers her aura to resurrect the girl, ripping off her jaw to prove her sincerity. Momo channels the aura into Ira, reviving her and witnessing Acrobatic Silky's tragic past. As her form disintegrates, Acrobatic Silky reflects on her failures but finds solace in Ira calling her mother, allowing her to pass peacefully into the afterlife. As a result of her aura being transferred into Ira, she gains supernatural power which gives her extreme speed and enhanced strength. Evil Eye is a yokai of pure malevolence, representing the destructive force of hatred and envy. His appearance is as chilling as his name suggests, a massive, grotesque eyeball surrounded by tendrils of darkness. Evil Eye's power lies in his ability to petrify or destroy anything within his gaze. The evil eye was once a boy sacrificed by the Kito family to appease a Tsuchinoko and prevent a volcanic eruption. After dying, he became a vengeful spirit, cursing humanity for repeating his suffering and ultimately seeking their destruction. The evil eye, once a vengeful spirit, becomes intertwined with Jin and Joji's life after haunting his family's sacrificial house. Initially desiring to possess Gigi for his spiritual powers, the evil eye faces resistance from Gigi, Momo, and Okarun, who intervene in his malicious actions. Despite his destructive tendencies and clashes with Okarun, including epic battles utilizing his grudge-fueled powers, the evil eye gradually shifts focus, revealing his origin and lingering desire for connection. Ultimately, Gigi decides to befriend the spirit, leading to a tentative truce. After being defeated by Okarun's full-body all-out attack, the evil eye expresses admiration for Okarun's strength and asks for another fight. Okarun refuses, deeming the evil eye too weak, but offers a deal. They will battle weekly if the evil eye refrains from targeting others. The evil eye agrees, humorously giving Okarun his underwear and suppresses himself within Gigi until their next match. The Ombudsman is a yokai born from the spirit of a child who died in infancy. Seeking affection, they attach to people's backs, finding peace if treated kindly. However, rejection causes them to grow heavier with resentment. They can manipulate gravity, attracting other yokai, growing exponentially in size, and ultimately crushing their host. Once cleansed, they leave their host, but their departure triggers nearby spirits to attack. A notable ombudsman is Mai Kawabanga, bonded to Rin Saki. In life, Mai was a cheerful girl with dreams of becoming an idol alongside her best friend Rin. Their friendship broke when Rin dismissed Mai's dreams, not realizing Rin was caring for her sick grandmother. When Mai learned the truth, she sought to apologize, but tragically died in a car accident before reconciling. Even in death, Mai stayed with Rin, fueled by resentment and the belief that Rin was responsible for her death. As a yokai, Mai pushed Rin to pursue idol stardom, believing in her talent. They finally reconciled during a cleansing ritual when Rin sang, expressing her buried emotions. Mai became her guardian spirit, fiercely protective despite their arguments. Mai's gravity manipulation saved the group during the battle with the fairy tale card Yokai, showcasing their enduring bond. Reiko Kashima was a young girl with long black hair that was tied with a bow at the end, and wore a dress and a hat. Reiko Kashima, as a vengeful yokai, confronts Momo and Bamora while they traverse a ruined area, asking if she looks pretty. Annoyed by Momo's attempts to repel her by saying pomade, Reiko attacks them, showcasing her strength and mirror-based abilities. She traps Bamora in her mirror and warns Momo not to complete the spell, but Momo insults her, triggering Reiko's rage. Through trickery, Momo and Bamora escape, and Reiko disappears after Momo completes the pomade spell while cloaked by Bamora's exosuit. Later, Reiko returns to seek vengeance on Momo, trying to lure her out using Okarun's voice but fails. She tracks Momo to a manga cafe, possessing a worker to find her, but is thwarted when Momo covers the worker's mirror. Reiko reappears during an alien invasion, unleashing her fury upon the Cur for triggering a tragic memory from her past life. She annihilates their forces using her mirror abilities and spares Momo after recalling her own lost love. Reiko later meets Momo with a different appearance and reveals lingering hatred while criticizing Momo's dishonesty about her feelings for Okarun. Inspired to find love herself, Reiko threatens to take Okarun if Momo remains emotionally closed and departs to seek her own romantic partner. Umbrella Boy, a yokai sealed within Unji Zuma, originates from the Japanese Kasaobake legend, a supernatural paper umbrella imbued with a playful spirit after reaching a century of age or being neglected. Typically depicted with one eye, a long tongue, and hopping autonomously, the Kasaobake is mischievous yet harmless. However, Umbrella Boy, though naturally sweet, becomes unstoppable when provoked. During the Danmanra Curse Trunk incident, Umbrella Boy possessed Unji, amplifying his destructive tendencies. Unji accidentally looked at the fairy tale card, becoming fully possessed. Turbo Granny recognized the yokai and urged Momo to act, but Momo lacked the golden kintama needed to unleash her powers. Umbrella Boy declared his intent to destroy the world, unleashing shockwaves. Despite Momo's efforts to protect everyone, she fell unconscious. prompting Okarun and Reiko to strategize. With Turbo Granny's guidance, Okarun retrieved his second Kintama, transformed into his Turbo Granny form, and defeated Umbrella Boy with a decisive dropkick. Rain began falling, and Okarun saw a vision of a boy pleading for Umbrella Boy to stop bullying his older brother, revealing a glimpse into its past. Ultimately, Unji vowed to use Umbrella Boy's powers for good, while Beggar expressed confusion over Unji's identity. The Serponians are a reptilian alien species that possess advanced technology, including plasma-based weaponry and spacecraft with cloaking capabilities. At Nagi Hospital, the Serpo abduct Momo Ayase to extract her reproductive organs. During the procedure, a possessed Okarun emerges from Momo's phone, attacking the aliens. Though subdued with their psychic powers, the Serpo inadvertently unlock Momo's psychic abilities by overstimulating her brainwaves. Momo then destroys their ship, defeating them. Later, intrigued by Okarun's Turbo Granny possession, the Serpo, with Dover Demon and Nessie as allies, confront him at school to steal his supernatural powers. Ira Shiratori intervenes, awakening her Acrobatic Silky abilities. Despite their combined psychokinesis, the Serpo are overpowered by Momo's psychic powers. Disappointed by the Dover Demon's performance, the Serpo force an alteration but are attacked by Nessie. The last Serpo member fuses with Dover Demon and Nessie, creating the formidable Serpo Dover Demon Nessie, who assaults Okarun, Momo, and Ira with water blasts and air-compressed punches. Momo exploits the Serpo Dover Demon Nessie's water dependency to weaken its mantis shrimp arms. When the fused alien attempts to drown Momo, Ira restrains it with her hair, allowing Okarun to launch a decisive attack that destroys the Serpo Dover Demon Nessie, ending its rampage. The Dover Demon was married and had a child on his homeworld. After his wife eventually died of an illness, he desperately needed to earn money for his son's blood transfusion after he contracted the same illness as his mother. Since he was a weak member of his race, Peeny Weeny had no choice but to engage in dangerous work, which led him to become a subordinate of the Serpo. The Dover Demon, alongside Nessie, is sent by the Serpo to capture Okarun and acquire his supernatural powers. During the confrontation at school, Ira Shiratori, a girl with powers, intervenes, and the Dover Demon struggles to land a hit on her due to her agility. After the Serpo suppresses Ira's powers, the Dover Demon injures her. Momo arrives and frees Okarun from the Serpo's influence, enabling him and Ira to fight back. When the Serpo forcibly enhances the Dover Demon, he launches powerful attacks, but Momo counteracts their psychokinesis, allowing Okarun and Ira to retaliate. The battle is interrupted by Nessie's arrival, and the Dover Demon is eventually fused with Nessie and the Serpo. After being defeated, the Dover Demon survives and attempts to attack Momo and Ira, but collapses from exhaustion. The group helps him recover, and he becomes emotional when treated kindly for the first time. He reveals his need for money to pay back for his sick son's blood transfusion, and Seiko offers a solution by providing a cow, ensuring the Dover Demon's gratitude and a promise to never harm them again. The Cur is a name given to a group of octopus-like aliens by the Serpo after they were attacked and defeated. These aliens were led to Earth after the Serpo gained access to vast knowledge of planets and languages. The Cur's technology has reached incredible heights, such as instant teleportation portals, but they can only survive on specific planets with the help of exosuits due to their atmospheric conditions. The Cur capture and tame giant mindless creatures known as Big Mamas, which they use to create perfect exosuits. These exosuits are formed after the Big Mamas consume people, and the Cur use them to enhance their abilities. The more powerful the original alien, the better the exosuit. The Cur show no mercy to other species, viewing them merely as resources for creating powerful battle suits. They manipulate space with exosuits, like the Emoto Car, which contains a pocket dimension that protects the wearer from physical attacks while allowing them to interact with the real world. This gives them an unfair advantage in battle, even against opponents like Momo, whose powers can cross dimensions. The Cur also use advanced technology to alter the data and physiology of beings, creating powerful minions, including clone creatures like the Xenomorph-inspired exosuits. These suits enhance their combat abilities, with some capable of great speed and strength. Takomeshi is an exosuit wielded by a Cur, standing at 3 meters tall. It hovers effortlessly thanks to jet propulsion and has 6 mechanical arms wielding blunt weapons. It can unleash relentless close combat assaults and generate a shockwave field that inflicts intense internal pain on living targets, often leaving them immobilized. While resilient opponents may withstand it, ki-based attacks can bypass the field, as demonstrated when Gigi dented it with his high wave and later breached it with his evil gun. The Takomeshi's anti-gravity cannon is a powerful weapon capable of obliterating anything at point-blank range, even overpowering other energy blasts when combined with another attack. Other Kerr exosuits include a railgun-wielding marksman suit with excellent long-range capabilities, a mantis exosuit that enhances strength underwater, and 3-meter alien suits with guided missile barrages and electricity-shielded discs. Some suits can absorb enemy energy, strengthening the suit and draining the target until it overheats. Large suits armed with heavy weaponry like rocket launchers and Gatling guns are dangerous, but can be avoided by faster opponents like Okarun in his Turbo Granny form. The Kerr's technological prowess makes them a serious threat, with powerful exosuits and weapons capable of overwhelming Earth's defenses, only stopped by powerful yokai like Reiko Kashima. The Sumerians are an enigmatic alien race claiming to have influenced ancient human civilizations. Long ago, the Sumerians constructed a warp gate pyramid to migrate from their home planet, Sumer, to another called Idea, which became their second homeland. This history was believed to be a myth, and the warp gate was guarded by the royal family for millennia. Over time, their descendants, the human race, settled on Earth. During an invasion of Sumer by the Kerr, the male Sumerians were either killed or enslaved to become exosuits for the Kerr's Big Mama, while the surviving females formed a resistance. Bamora, the last known child of the Sumerians, was cared for by Banga, a member of the resistance. As the war progressed, the resistance dwindled, and the remaining survivors fought to escape Sumer via the ancient warp gate. They battled through Kerr forces, and Bamora freed enslaved male Sumerians, sparking a riot. Using an exosuit resembling a god, Banga led the survivors to the pyramid, where she sent Bamora to Idea alone while staying behind. Meanwhile, the Kerr's Earth invasion failed, and Banga and the others acquired a spacecraft to reunite with Bamora. Ludris, introduced in Chapter 62, is a construction specialist with the ability to quickly rebuild structures using his nanoskin. When Mr. Mantis requests his help to reconstruct the Iosif family home, Ludris's talents are showcased. In Chapter 90, it's revealed that Ludris owns Mr. Mantis' spaceship, and his name shocks the Serpo Rokuro. Ludris is described as an all-knowing, all-powerful being with encounters considered miraculous. His body is made up of blocks and shapes, notably featuring an upside-down triangle with a Ranagan eye pattern. This design hints that Ludris, or his race, may have been responsible for constructing the pyramids and burial grounds on Earth, which serve as points of galactic travel. It's also suggested that Ludris might have aided the Sumerian ancestors in relocating to their new planet. The symbolism of the triangle and eye connects to the Illuminati in the Eye of Providence, representing divine oversight. The Flatwoods Monster is a towering alien figure with a spade-shaped head, glowing eyes, and metallic armor, and exudes an aura of fear and awe. After Momo and Okarun escape the Serpos, the Flatwoods Monster is sent to retrieve their banana organs. Momo's removal of a protective talisman earlier allows the monster to enter her house, ringing the ominous doorbell. With a wall of empty space blocking their escape, the monster releases harmful mist and demands their organs. Okarun, using Momo's psychic powers to suppress his curse and gain Turbo Granny's speed, fights back, biting off the monster's fingers. He also damages its right leg, and Momo disintegrates its right arm using her psychic abilities, discovering its weakness when it touches the ground. The monster stabilizes by sprouting legs from its back and retaliates by slamming Momo into a wall. However, Momo intentionally allows the monster to pummel her, creating a hole for them to escape. She places the talisman back on the gate, which causes the Flatwoods Monster to burn to ash, ending the battle.